we have to do cardio to lose weight? I want to first start off by saying that I'm going to preface this video in the terms of we're talking about doing cardio for weight loss / fat loss specifically, not for doing cardio to improve your general health. So throughout this video, everything I want to talk about is in the relationship to losing weight and losing fat specifically. Now that we got that prefaced, what's the main reason we do cardio when we're talking about fat loss? When it comes to fat loss, simply put, the main reason we do cardio is to burn calories. It's to help our body tap into and burn off some of that stored fat. Now, we could get more specific and talk about using cardio to potentially help with stubborn body fat, or how different types of cardio have different various benefits to them. However, generally speaking, whenever we're talking about fat loss, we primarily do it for the main purpose of burning calories. So knowing this, knowing that the main reason we do calories on a diet to lose weight is to help us burn calories, helps us to better understand why some people might need it, why some people might not need it, and how in some instances doing too much cardio can actually have adverse effects. Let's take a look at a couple of scenarios. So scenario number one, we have person A and person B. Let's say person A, he's a desk jockey. He commutes 45 minutes to work in his car. He sits at a desk for 8 or 9 hours a day. He commutes 45 minutes home back to his house. He really doesn't move a lot much during the day. You can see how somebody like that would probably benefit from incorporating some sort of cardio just to help get their activity levels up so they're burning more calories, so they're expending more calories during the day. Person B, we'll say they're a construction worker or someone who does landscaping. They're on their feet all day, picking stuff up, putting it down, moving stuff around. They probably take 10, 20,000 steps a day. You can see how somebody like that, they're already expending a lot of energy just through their lifestyle, just through their job. So adding in extra cardio for them, it might not have that much of a benefit. And it could actually impact their weight training performance. The next variable is genetics. So we have people who naturally tend to store more body fat, they have a hard time losing it, and they're already taking in a low amount of calories anyway. Somebody like that, they might benefit from adding in some cardio. Compared to somebody else who's naturally skinny, their body uses calories very inefficiently, so they just burn through them like crazy, and they're already eating a bunch of excess calories as it is. You can see how somebody like that, we could easily get fat loss moving just by adjusting the diet and reducing that, because they have such a high calorie intake anyway, and they naturally lose fat pretty easily. Another variable is how big a person is and how much they're currently eating. If we have a girl who weighs 110, 115 pounds and she's only eating 1,100 or 1,200 calories, versus taking her calories even lower when she's already starving on the amount of calories that she's eating, she might benefit from adding in some cardio compared to, let's say, a 300-pound male who's eating 3,500 or 4,000 calories a day. We can get weight loss and fat loss moving just by adjusting his diet. Another variable is personal preference. Some people love cardio, they love the way it makes them feel, or they just love to eat and they would rather do more cardio so they can eat more. Other people, they don't like cardio, or they just don't have the time for cardio because of their lifestyle, so for them, they would just rather reduce their calories versus do more cardio. And the last variable I want to touch on is diet adherence. Some people find they're able to be much more consistent with their actual diet, with what they put in their mouth, if they incorporate some sort of cardio alongside with it. They find that when they do cardio, it kind of keeps them in check and keeps them accountable for their diet. Now, this wasn't a comprehensive list. I didn't touch on all the different variables. However, we did cover a lot of the main ones, which will dictate whether or not somebody will benefit from cardio. As we mentioned at the beginning, there can become a point when doing too much cardio can actually be a bad thing. When I say too much cardio, I mean too much cardio in the sense that it's impacting our weight training performance, it's impacting our recovery. So now we're not able to lift the same amount of weight as we used to be able to. And if we continually do this over time, if we continually decrease our work capacity, this can lead to a greater loss of muscle mass. If we think about it, lifting weights is what got us that muscle in the first place. So if we don't lift the same volume, if we don't lift the same amount of weight, the same intensities, the same just total work capacity, if we affect that, if we decrease that, then our body's not going to see any reason to maintain those adaptations, and we're going to start to lose some of that hard-earned muscle. Now, the term too much cardio is relative, and it really depends on the specific individual. It depends on the type of cardio they're doing, how much cardio they're doing, the intensity that they're doing, what their nutritional intake looks like, etc. Looking at all of these different variables should help us decide whether we specifically either want or need to do cardio based on our specific scenario and our specific goals. The more of the traits we exhibit which hint at the potential benefits to using cardio, the more beneficial it may be to start adding in some additional cardio. In regards to the question, do you specifically have to do cardio to lose weight? The answer is, it depends. Just remember that if we are someone who feels like we would benefit from doing cardio and we want to start incorporating it into our routine, a few things to remember are: 1, we want to do it in a way which won't impact our weight training performance. Typically this means doing stuff that's lower in intensity, not crazy long in duration, and not put in a place where it's going to impact our performance on our leg day workouts. Again, this video is just an overall generalization about the use of cardio for fat loss in general. I realize there are different benefits to doing different types of cardio, doing things different ways. However, before any of that, I felt just a general video on cardio usage, cardio recommendations would be the most beneficial for the majority of people. If you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to show your support by hitting the like button below, subscribe so you don't miss out on any new information coming out, and then share this video with a friend or on one of your social media platforms so we can help the channel and our community to grow. I'll see you guys in the next video.